Formula One is the pinnacle of motorsport, where every driver dreams of becoming world champion, standing on the top step, lifting the trophy, and hearing their anthem play. But only one driver gets that honor each year. Interestingly, some of the greatest drivers never won the title. Today, we're exploring 9 incredible F1 drivers who never became world champions. Yet many fans, experts, and even their rivals believe they were as talented or even better than some champions. Their skill, speed, and racecraft left a lasting mark on F1 history, despite never claiming the ultimate prize. Before we dive into the list, it's important to understand why winning a world championship in F1 is so tough. It's not just about raw speed. You need the right car, the right team, perfect timing, and sometimes a bit of luck. Some eras were dominated by 1 or 2 teams. Think Schumacher's Ferrari in the 2000s or Red Bull in the 2010, making it nearly impossible for other talented drivers to win. Add to that bad luck, mechanical failures, crashes, or team politics, and you see why raw talent alone often isn't enough. That's why some of the most skilled drivers in history never won the championship, but still earned their place among F1's true legends. 1. Stirling Moss, the greatest driver never to win. Let's start with the legend Stirling Moss, widely regarded as the greatest driver never to win the World Championship. Moss raced in the 1950s, a time when Formula One was deadly, glamorous, and fiercely competitive. He finished second in the championship 4 times, in 1955, 1956, 1957, and 1958, always battling against the unstoppable Juan Manuel Fangio. Moss won 16 Grand Prix and was praised for his versatility. He could race anything, anywhere, and beat the best. His smooth driving style, courage, and sportsmanship earned him admiration worldwide. In fact, many experts say Moss was the most naturally gifted driver of his generation, if not of all time. Why didn't he win? Well, a combination of bad luck, the dominance of Fangio, and even a terrible crash in 1962 that ended his career prematurely. But his legacy remains untarnished. He defined what it means to be a true racing driver. 2. Carlos Reutemann, the cool and calculated contender. Next up is Carlos Reutemann, a calm and precise driver from Argentina who raced from the early 70s through the mid-80s. Nicknamed Lole, Reutemann was known for his smooth style and racecraft. He came agonizingly close to the title in 1981, finishing second by just a few points. Reutemann was a consistent podium finisher and had 12 Grand Prix wins. But his career was marked by unfortunate timing and team politics. At times, team orders and strategy choices worked against him, and that one missing piece kept him from the championship. Despite that, Reutemann's ability to extract the most from his car, race after race, and stay calm under pressure made him one of the finest drivers of his era. Fans still remember his battles with the likes of Alan Jones and Nelson Piquet. 3. Ronnie Peterson, the Flying Swede. Ronnie Peterson, known as Super Swede, was arguably one of the fastest drivers ever seen in F1. Racing in the 1970s, Peterson's aggressive wheel-to-wheel style was thrilling to watch. He won 10 Grand Prix, but a championship eluded him. Peterson was fast, fearless, and loved by fans and fellow drivers alike. Unfortunately, he raced in an era dominated by Niki Lauda and James Hunt, and bad luck often played a role. In 1978, tragedy struck. Peterson died after a horrific crash at Monza, cutting short a career that many believed could have delivered him a title. Peterson's legacy is that of pure speed and heart, and many believe he would have been champion if fate had been kinder. 4. Jean Alesi, passion and flair. Without the trophy. Jean Alesi raced in the 1990s and early 2000s with a style full of passion and aggression. He scored only 1 Grand Prix win, but that doesn't tell the full story. Alesi was a fan favorite for his fearless driving and spectacular battles on track. He was often limited by the machinery he had, driving for teams like Ferrari when they were rebuilding, or Sauber, which was mid-pack. His talent shone brightest when conditions were tough or the car was tricky. Many insiders and fans felt that if Alesi had landed in the right team at the right time, he could have been a champion. 5. Mark Webber, the consistent contender. Mark Webber's career in the 2000s and early 2010s was defined by grit, determination, and a steady rise to the front. Racing for Red Bull alongside Sebastian Vettel, Webber was a consistent winner and podium finisher. Despite winning 9 Grands Prix and finishing third in the championship multiple times, Webber never clinched the title. His teammate Vettel's dominance and internal team dynamics often put Webber in a secondary role, even though many believed Webber was equally skilled. Webber was known for his honesty, hard work, and resilience, qualities that define a champion even without the hardware. 6. David Coulthard, the steady scorer. David Coulthard was one of the mainstays of F1 in the late 90s and early 2000s. With 13 race wins and a long career with McLaren and Williams, Coulthard was a formidable driver. Often overshadowed by the likes of Mika Häkkinen and Michael Schumacher, Coulthard rarely had the outright fastest car, but his consistency, racecraft, and team spirit made him a key player in the midfield and top teams. Coulthard's career shows that being a great driver doesn't always translate into a championship, but still earns respect. 7. Felipe Massa, so close in 2008. Felipe Massa's story is one of heartbreak. The Brazilian came within a heartbeat of winning the 2008 championship, losing it by a single point in a nail-biting final race. Massa was a Ferrari stalwart and fan favorite, known for his speed and determination. That season, he won 6 races and led the championship late into the year, only to be denied by one of the most dramatic finishes in F1 history. Despite the loss, Massa's skill and fighting spirit have earned him a permanent place among the sport's greats. 8. Riccardo Patrese, longevity and skill. Riccardo Patrese holds the record for the most Grand Prix starts for many years, racing nearly 2 decades. He had 6 wins and was a reliable point scorer throughout his career. Patrese was often the unsung hero of his teams, known for his technical feedback and consistent performance. Though overshadowed by teammates and rivals, his experience and pace made him a key figure in F1 from the late 70s through the early 90s. 9. Derek Warwick, talent frustrated by circumstance. Finally, Derek Warwick, a driver whose talent was unquestioned but whose career was plagued by misfortune and uncompetitive cars. Racing mainly in the 1980s and early 1990s, Warwick often drove for midfield teams and never had the machinery to consistently challenge for wins or championships. His story is a reminder that sometimes the greatest drivers are limited by factors beyond their control. So, there you have it. 9 incredible Formula One drivers who never won a world championship but left a mark on the sport that few champions can match. From the raw genius of Stirling Moss to the heartbreaking near misses of Felipe Massa, these drivers remind us that greatness isn't only measured in trophies. Who's your pick for the greatest driver who never won the title? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions and any drivers you think deserve a spot here. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more F1 stories, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on the grid.